Jeff Fischel here on the ACC Digital Network with the head coach of the Florida State Seminoles, the national champs, Jimbo Fisher. Now, Jimbo, what going into the season are you getting the sense of the attitude from this team? Does it change at all? You have a lot of the same guys back, but after winning a national title, does it change at all?
I think every team's a little different, but I think the base things that make you successful, I see the same characteristics in this team.
So you don't see them saying, hey, we won this, and they might be taking a step back?
No, I see them being hungrier. I really do. I see them wanting to keep a great attitude of domination. I think their work ethic and their mental approach to things have been very good.
Last year we saw a lot of guys being vocal leaders on defense. Telvin Smith is a guy. He talks, and he leads that defense. Marcus Joyner the same way. Is someone stepping into that role defensively?
Oh, yeah. Jalen Ramsey, P.J. Williams, all those guys are all being very vocal on the defense. Tyler Hunter being very vocal on the defense side of the football.
Offensively, Jameis Winston is back. Now, I asked him, I said, if you were calling all the plays, what would you do, change differently about the offense? He said, you guys are on the same wavelength. And we've talked about this. Somehow you guys, the two of you, have this bond.
We do. We have a connection. We see things very similar. And I listen to him in a lot of avenues, and I explain to him why we have to do certain things. But the versatility you give him on each play call, even though it's called one way, the ability we give him to go to other things is what makes it unique, and his ability to process and carry all that.
It's hard to say to a kid, you've thrown for 4,000 yards and 40 touchdowns as a freshman, led the team to a national title. Now get better. How would you make Jameis Winston better? What would you
Well, I mean, don't force the game. Play the game. And his numbers may be greater. They may be less. That's just enhance our fundamentals. That's become quicker in our reads. That's a knowledge of defense, knowledge of offense. That's make our footwork a little bit better. And that's in our discipline, where we look, how we do, and play the game. The numbers can go up and down. You can give less numbers and play better. And just don't get bored and play the game.
Now, I know you're a baseball player, and he wants to do the two sports. Do you, as much as we talk about the connection you guys have in football, do you also understand his desire to be doing both sports?
I do, and I respect it. I mean, and to me, I like it. I think baseball teaches you to compete in a different way, and I think it helps his temperament as a quarterback. I really do. And, again, being a pitcher and outfielder, all the different things he does in baseball, I embrace it, and I like watching it.
How would you advise him going forward after he leaves Florida State about balancing two if he wants to keep
I'm going to leave that up to him. I mean, I'm not going to advise him. I mean, you're going to have to make a choice, but where your passion, where your heart is, and then we know where your best sport is, which seems to be about even.
I haven't seen him struggle pretty much anything athletically, for sure. All right, the goals for this season. What do you lay out to your team as this is what we need to accomplish this year? Obviously, we know you want to win, but
our goal is to win the national championship and the ACC championship every year. Our objective is to do all the fundamental things and play great football, and be great on third down, stop the run the ball, be good in the red zone, play great red zone defense, practice hard, create great practice habits, all the things you have to do, and that's our objective. And if we meet our objectives, quit worrying about the goals and the outcomes. Right. Don't worry about the score. But if we play great football with the talent we have, the goals and the results will be there.
You guys scored more points than any team ever last year. The defense was phenomenal. Looking back at last season, did you find a flaw at all with this team?
Well, the thing that amazed me the most was the laser focus and ability to prepare, the power of preparation this team had each week, which was very unique. And I think that was the greatest thing about this, and the selflessness in which they had. But, there were very few things you could pick at. And in the national championship game, the way we won it was the way we said we couldn't win it. We couldn't win the second half. We couldn't be physical, and we couldn't come from behind. And I think this team accepted every challenge it had.
I don't know why anyone would say that team couldn't do anything last year.
I agree with you.
Jimbo Fisher, you're watching the ACC Digital Network, brought to you by Ruby Tuesday.